Because a lot of people have this mantra or perhaps a philosophy that says, hey, once this thing happens, then I'll be where I want to be and then I'll be happy, right? And so it seems like happiness, contentment, joy is predicated on some event taking place at some future date. That's their joy. I recently read, though, this quote that I want to share with you. Joy is a perpetual celebration of the perfection of every moment. So I'm kind of curious as to how you, Claudette Joy, would define joy.
Well, my perspective on joy is that it's an innate quality within each of us, that we were born with it, that over the years of living it can get dusty and covered up and full of algae, and so the joy diminishes as we live, but it's there. It's a part of you, it's part of me, it's a part of all of us. As you were talking about, the cynics saying, oh, the baby doesn't have any responsibilities and the parents have to. It made me think that even in parenting, we begin to cover the baby's joy, because the parents who are anxious or fearful about what it is they need to provide for the family and for the baby, that is projected onto the child, and before you know it, the child's innate joy that it brought into the home begins to dwindle. But I think if we are mindful, if we are taught from an early stage that joy is deep within us, and the value that joy has in elevating not only our spiritual self but our physical self, if we're taught that, it helps us to better manage the challenges that life is going to bring. Having and nurturing your innate joy doesn't mean that challenges aren't going to come, because that's kind of the way life is. If you live long enough, you begin to realize that's the way life is.
Yeah. What
the joy does is that it stabilizes you in such a way that you can think clearly and see clearly what your options are for managing whatever circumstance that comes that you call a challenge.